If buying a home feels overwhelming, it's usually not because you're doing something wrong. It's because no one has explained the process clearly enough. I'm Liz Gregg, and I'm a realtor here in the Chattanooga and North Georgia area. Whether you're feeling excited, curious, a little unsure, or a mix of all three, the very first step in buying a home is connecting with a lender. And I know for a lot of people, this is the step that feels the most intimidating. So today, I want to focus on just this one piece of the process, getting connected with a lender and getting pre-approved, because this step alone brings so much clarity and confidence. First, I want you to know this. Talking to a lender does not mean you're committed to buying a house tomorrow. It simply means you're gathering information. Our first step together is just a conversation, not pressure, not commitment, just clarity. We talk about your goals, your timeline, what feels comfortable for you, and what questions you have. Then I connect you with a local lender who is calm, patient, and great at explaining things in a way that feels easy and respectful. One of the biggest fears I hear is, I don't want my credit pulled, and I understand that. Credit feels personal, it feels scary, but your credit is just information. It's not a judgment. It's a tool that helps us understand your options. And here's something really important that most people don't know. When your credit is pulled for a mortgage, you have about 14 days to shop lenders. That means if multiple lenders pull your credit within that window, it's typically counted as one inquiry for scoring purposes. So you are allowed to compare lenders, ask questions, and make sure you feel comfortable. You're not locked in, you're empowered. Now, another thing I want you to hear is this. Just because you're approved for a certain amount doesn't mean that's what you have to spend. Think about your first car. Your first car doesn't have to be a Mercedes or a BMW. Most of us start with something reliable, affordable, and right for where we are in life. Your first home is often the same way. Most people live in their first home about 5 years, and then they house up as their life and finances grow. Your first home is a stepping stone, not your final destination. I had a buyer who was approved for much more than she expected. On paper, she could afford it. But when we looked at the monthly payment, she said, Liz, that number makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to feel house poor. And I love that because that's wisdom. So we backed it down. We found a price point where she could breathe, save, enjoy her life, and still build equity. That's what pre-approval really is about. Not maxing out, but finding your comfort zone. When you apply, the lender looks at your income, your credit, your debts, your savings, and together we decide what payment feels safe, what price range feels healthy, and what keeps your lifestyle balanced. If you're ready, amazing. You now have your green light. And if you're not quite ready yet, that's okay too. A good lender will help you create a plan. Sometimes that plan is paying down one small credit card, adjusting debt, saving a little more, or just giving your credit some time. I've had so many buyers who thought home ownership was years away, and with a simple plan, they were buying within months. This step doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It just has to be informed. And as a former teacher, this is my heart. I love helping people take big, intimidating things and turn them into small, manageable steps. You don't need a Mercedes or a BMW for your first home. You just need something solid, comfortable, and right for you. And I'll walk that first step with you.